from 0 to 10K a month, step by step. First of all, ditch your Amazon FBA, ditch your dropshipping, ditch any of those fucking business models that they try to teach you. Why? Because look at what the they are doing. They are building an audience, they are building a following so that they can sell a digital product. And first of all, you don't need to become a guru. You don't even need to be in front of the camera. Heck, I built my first 160,000 followers with a faceless Instagram page within just 1 year. Matter of fact, it's way faster to build an audience with a faceless account. Why? Because you provide value without showing yourself, without recording anything, which is way easier than sitting in front of the camera and recording videos like this. That's for later. If you want to really scale up, if you really want a deep connection with your audience, it can help, of course, but it's not necessary at all to get to your first 10K a month. So first of all, get all these business models out of your brain and focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's building an audience. Because if you build an audience and you own a following, you own the most valuable currency nowadays, which is eyeballs. If you have eyeballs, you have control, you have power, you can sell whatever the fuck you want, if you know how. Now, the second thing you need to make a boatload of money online / to get to 10K a month is you gotta make sure that you focus on just one monetization way. This is so important. There's so many gurus out there in the faceless Instagram page niche, theme page niche, IG automation, how I like to call it, that tell you, hey, you should do shoutouts, you should do affiliate marketing, you should have your own product, you should do all of these things. But that's just gonna confuse your audience and it's gonna confuse you. Focus on one monetization strategy and scale it the fuck up. That's the second thing you should be doing. What do I mean by that? Well, choose either shoutouts, choose affiliate marketing, choose your own product, and then stick with it, right? Because selling does take a little bit of time. You gotta build the trust, right? You gotta build the knowledge in the follower's mind that they're actually gonna get something out of giving you that money, right? In the end of the day, there's no point in you selling something which you don't believe in, right? That's super crucial. If you don't think it's gonna change somebody's life, heck, you should not take $1 from anybody, right? If you don't think it's gonna improve their life, right? That's also why I'm not dropshipping, because most of the crap is from China, is super bad quality, and you expect somebody to pay 20 times what you bought it from. That's not something that I want to do. That's a real scam. Whereas me teaching somebody how to have a return on their investment of working with me, that's something that I like to do, right? I like to change people's lives. And heck, you don't have to become a guru like me if you want to call it guru. You actually can sell a fitness program. You can sell a spiritual program. You can sell, heck, even cooking classes if that's what you like to do. And it doesn't need to be your own, right? There's many marketplaces out there where you can find great products, but you gotta know how to find them. And that's the third thing, right? You gotta have the right people in place. Now, first of all, once you start making some money, you gotta hire people to outsource things. Forget AI. Yes, AI can make the workload easier. Yes, you can implement it into your process, but you gotta have somebody who manages the process. So you gotta hire people. And the most important hire that you're ever gonna make is your mentor. If you don't have somebody who has been 5, 10, or maybe even more steps ahead of you, how can you expect ever to get there if you don't have somebody who's guiding you through those steps? Heck, I have had billionaire mentors. And honestly, the billionaire mentors have not necessarily been the best mentors. Still, they have taught me a lot, and every penny that I've invested into them was worth it. Now, the millionaire mentors, wow, I have got a lot of value out of working with millionaires. And everything I've built, I have learned from somebody else who has already been through the process, right? I have combined all the knowledge from all these different people to find my own way, right? And that's so important, because if you're just gonna copy exactly what one person does, right, you're gonna get only so far. Yes, you can get to your first 10K. Yes, you can get to your first 30K. Yes, you can get to your first 50K. But if you really want to make millions and millions of dollars, you got to combine strategies, right? So you got to always be learning. And that's also something that I teach my students, right? Heck, even if you become my mentee, yes, you want to learn from me. Yes, you want to implement my exact process. Yes, you want to grow your audience. And that's anyways what anyone should do, right? No matter which process you implement to monetize. But heck, who am I going to be to tell you not to implement what also works for that guy over there into your process to make it even better, right? But there's a very important nuance how to do that, right? And to get to your first 10K, you should only follow one single person. Heck, unfollow anyone else. Just focus on one guy, learn from that one guy, consume everything that you can, buy all his courses, buy all his mentorships. That's exactly what I had been doing, right? And that's how I got to 30, 40K a month, right? And now I'm scaling to 100K a month. That's why I'm taking all this knowledge from all these different people, right? And I'm slowly getting closer and closer to that. I actually hit 100K a month twice, right? But that's, in my opinion, the hardest step to get to that 100K a month from 30, 40K a month. And that's not only my opinion, that's actually what all my mentors told me as well, by the way. So if you want me as your mentor, right, you want me to guide you through this entire process towards your first 10K a month. Heck, you will even get my entire team to plug and play. So you don't have to do all the hiring, and you can actually outsource everything without ever needing to do an interview, right? Then make sure you book a call below this video and I will help you hit your first 10K a month online. I will guide you through the process of what I can potentially do for you if you invest into my program. Now, if you are like, hey, I don't want to make such a big investment yet, then check out my free training below or my ebook, right? If you want to see even more proof before you book a call, get the free training. Right in there you will see me live screen sharing my last year's earnings, right? A part of my last year's earnings, which was over 400,000 USD that I'm showing there. And also my award, as you can see here, right, which is for making over 1 million. I also have another YouTube video where I share actually almost 1 million in my payment processor live screen share, right? It's probably the previous YouTube video. But yeah, there's more than enough proof that I know what I'm talking about. Now, either get the free training. If you are ready, you have watched enough of my content, you maybe even already bought my ebook, which is also linked in the description, and you have seen my free training and you're like, hey, I want this guy as my mentor. He has the right personality. I see that he can really guide me. He knows what he's talking about. Then book the call in the description. If not, that's also fine. Watch at least the free training so that you see that I can teach you, right? And then make up your mind, because definitely if you're not gonna have a mentor, I have not met a single person that has hit 10K a month online that did not have a mentor. First of all, that. Second of all, then at least watch the free training and get the ebook. It's just $17 right now. I'm not going to keep that price forever. It's way too cheap. People have made $700, $800, $1,000 back, some even more than that, right? And they keep earning from it. Right? So the returns on even just the ebook are completely insane, because I'm teaching you an income model, right? I'm not teaching you to invest into fucking crypto for a 5x return. You're gonna have a return for the rest of your fucking life based on what I'm teaching you. So go in the description, choose your way to make the step forward, make the next step towards your goals. Don't wait, be an action taker, take action. And let's go. Let's get you some results. See you on the other side.